This video is sponsored by Boston Scientific, DFW Turf Solutions, the #1 artificial turf in the DFW area, and the Cochran Firm, DFW's premier law firm. Be sure to click the links in the description for all the information that you need. What's up, Joe? If y'all don't know who Joe is, Philly fan, Philly the podcast, fantastic content creator for the Eagles. What's good, brother?
I appreciate it, man. Now, yeah, I'm feeling good. I heard somebody talking about the show we did last night, craziness. But no, look, I'm excited about this game. I think that, even if Jalen Hurts doesn't go out there, which is looking like 90% he won't, I think that the Eagles have a good team, and I think that we, as a team, there's a lot of conversation about whether or not Jalen Hurts is a product of the system or is the system a product of him. I think this won't necessarily tell that story. I wouldn't sit here and say if Gardner Minshew goes out there and has a good game, it's because Jalen's part of a system. But I think that it gives the Eagles that little extra oomph because, honestly, we might play you again. And this will be the second different type of team that will be playing, right? Because the first week you guys didn't have your quarterback. This week looking like we won't have ours. So the third game probably is going to be like a brand new game. We're going to probably see new schemes, new things. So I think it helps both teams because, like I said, we're both going to get there. We're going to get to the dance. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But I'd be remiss if I didn't say I think the Eagles are going to go out there and win.
Well, I don't expect you to say anything different. But so you do think that there may be a little bit, I don't want to use the word gamesmanship, but I hate to say holding back or keeping plays, but you think they won't show all of their cards because of a potential third-time rematch in the playoffs?
Yeah, I'll even go further from the Eagles side, and I'm not speaking for everybody when I say this, but me personally, even before the Jalen Hurts injury, I was on the train of, listen, go out there, play a good half, and get the heck out of there. I don't want to see any of my guys get hurt. So with Gardner Minshew in there, I don't think we're going to be playing a full playbook. I think that we're going to be keeping it kind of close to the cuff. We're going to run a lot. What you saw against the Bears, I think kind of scared us straight because that's not who we are. We're not a team that tries to throw 20-yard bombs every play. So I do think that it's going to be very, very close to the cuff. I'm not expecting to see any of these crazy end arounds that we've been trying the last couple of weeks.
Hey, it's been working on us.
I do. I think they'll hold back. Yeah, no, right. But I do think they'll hold back. And I think you guys should too.
No. Here's why we can't. Here's why we can't. The Cowboys need to get in the rhythm, number one. Number two, I know this for an Eagles fan, this is interesting because I haven't had this conversation with y'all just yet, but like, as far-fetched as it sounds, if you do lose this game, right, and you don't have Jalen Hurts for the Saints game, what if you lose that game? Like, the division is not up for, it's not over, right? So don't you think y'all got to come out here and try to win this game by hook or crook, and as opposed to holding back? Because I don't think the Cowboys should hold back because they got to win this game. They got to. With the division up for grabs still, technically.
I might sound a little bit too confident, but I think that even if it's not you guys, I would say that, even if it's not Gardner Minshew beating you guys, I have confidence that Gardner can beat the Saints, beat the Giants. Yeah, I think that he can beat one of the three. So, yes and no. Like, I'm not saying they're going to go out there and just run the ball every single play, but I think that there's no real need for us to go all out. Maybe I get what you're saying on your end.
Yeah.
But I just don't see why there's a reason. I don't think that we're in a situation. I understand that, momentum is a real thing. But I don't think we're in a situation where every game's been by like 3 points. We've had to come back and, if anything goes wrong, things just kind of slide off. If anything, I think we're at the point right now that we have a good group of veterans and that are injured right now that could honestly use the rest. So it might be the perfect time for us to kind of, and again, I don't want to say hold back and not try at all, but it might make sense for us to kind of, listen, we're going to go out there for a half and really try and kill them and hopefully get a lead, and then we're going to just go back home. I mean, it sounds scary. It sounds like,
yeah, because this ain't Cooper Rush no more, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like this at the end of the day, we can poo-poo and laugh and he Philly fans at Dak all you want, but y'all know damn well that, if Dak goes down by a touchdown or something, 10 points, 17 points, he can throw us back in the game. So,
definitely. Yeah, but my thing is, I think that, and to your point, I think that this means and I'm not trying to, come on here and talk junk. I think this means more to Dallas fans than it does to us.
That's fair.
I think that I think the
So
Eagles have their sights set on something bigger.
I mean, from I know what you I get where you're coming at here. Me personally, it's all about playoffs for me. But one more question before I let you go, because somebody asked this earlier,
Okay.
and now I got an Eagle fan, Eagle content creator. This is a great question to ask you. What would you look at as the weakness of the team that teams can exploit?
For the Eagles,
Yeah, like everybody has an Achilles heel. It can be small, and that's why I call it Achilles heel. It can be large, but what would you say is the thing that can derail your season, or now I don't want to say injuries, but because that can derail season, but like from a game standpoint, like remember it was run defense at one point. I don't know how great you guys have been since then, but what would be kind of your Achilles heel for the team?
I would say our weakness is still probably the run game. We're still not. I think we're around 18th right now as far as the run game goes, which isn't obvious. It's the worst of what we do.
Okay.
But if you're telling me, what can make you lose a game, what do people not necessarily see? I think it's still Jalen Hurts, if we're being honest. I think that if you can confuse him, if you can make him want to throw the ball deeper than he really should be, thinking that there's stuff there, you can get him. We saw that in the Bears game. He's still not perfect. So I'll say if you can just confuse Jalen Hurts enough, you can still, make him look like a young quarterback, because that's what he is. So I think that that's probably one thing people don't want to admit. But and then on the surface, I think it is still our run game.
All right, man. Appreciate you calling in, Joe.